Welcome to Wise Elders, a space to slow down and remember what really matters. In this episode, we shift our attention, not to regrets or warnings, but to something far more tender. Today, we ask a simple question. What made it all worth it? When people look back on their lives from the end, not as statistics, not as careers or accomplishments, but as full human beings, what memories warm their hearts? What small, often unnoticed moments made life beautiful? I've spent the last several years asking elders this very question, and the answers surprised me, not because they were complicated, but because they were so wonderfully simple. One man, age 91, told me, "It was Sunday mornings. Not the church, not the sermons, just the smell of coffee, my wife humming while making toast, and sunlight coming through the kitchen window. I didn't know it then, but that was heaven." Another woman, 87, said, "It was when my grandson fell asleep on my chest. He was 3. We were on the couch, and I remember thinking, this is the safest he'll ever be." That moment, that was everything. These answers didn't mention promotions, wealth, or possessions. What came up over and over again were sensations. The sound of a child's laughter, the feel of warm laundry in winter, the taste of a favorite soup, the look in someone's eyes when words weren't needed. One woman, once a successful lawyer, told me, "I used to think my legacy would be in court records. But now, I think it's in the way my daughter still calls me every night to say goodnight." I met a retired farmer named Eli who had lived through floods, droughts, and 2 wars. He said, "The thing that gave my life meaning was feeding people. Not in a grand way, just growing tomatoes, giving eggs to neighbors, helping others feel full." I sat in silence after that. Because he didn't say love, he didn't say joy, he didn't even say family. He said giving. And somehow, it felt like all those other things were wrapped up inside that one word. There is a quiet wisdom in those who have lived long enough to let go of chasing. When you ask them what made life good, they don't point to the high points. They point to the steady ones, the unremarkable days, the routines, the small rituals of love, like walking the same path every afternoon with a spouse, like singing to the radio with your child in the back seat, like saying, "I'm home," and knowing someone is there to answer back. We live in a culture obsessed with more adventure, more achievement, more success. But the elders I've spoken to aren't chasing more. They're holding tight to what was enough. The joy of holding hands, the miracle of a quiet dinner, the sacredness of ordinary days. And perhaps that's the lesson they want us to learn before we're too busy or too late to feel it. That life is not found in the extraordinary. It's found in being fully present for what seems ordinary until it's gone. So if you find yourself wondering whether you're doing life right, maybe pause and ask yourself a different question. What small thing today made me feel alive? What moment made me grateful to be here? What act of presence, no matter how small, reminded me that this is enough? Because when the end comes and someone asks us what truly made it all worth living, it probably won't be anything we posted. It will be the people we held, the quiet we embraced, the small sacred things we didn't rush past. Thank you for listening to Wise Elders. If this story opened something in you, share it. Let it be a reminder, not just for today, but for the days you might otherwise overlook. I'll see you in the next episode.